to a new tutorial on strategies for creating video content, creating effective video content. Like I've done always, I recommend that as you listen to the lecture, remove as many distractions as you can. Remember, you're an active learner. You are responsible for your learning. You have in your chapter notes for partially filled notes for taking notes so that while you're listening, you're actually involving all your senses. And like I always do, after the introduction, I'll turn off my video so that we're focused on the content at hand. Let's start. All right, so the first is we're looking at strategies for creating effective content. There are 3 strategies. Strategy 1 is support and focus attention, encourage active learning, include self-check opportunities. Remember, like I always recommend, if you have to pause the video, feel free to pause it. It's yours to use as you see fit. So pause the video to make sure, because as you see in the notes, I only wrote strategy 1, strategy 2, strategy 3, and you're actually filling in the rest of them. Next slide. Strategy 1, support and focus attention. As you work with your students, remind them to remove distraction, like I've done. Remember that as you're talking to students, that they either focus on the written or on the spoken information. Remember time limit. Even though the chapter recommends 20 minutes to be the max, I really think 5 to 7 minutes should be the max. If you have more to say, and I'm sure you have a lot of important information, chop it up into shorter videos. Students have short attention span, and so instead of having to tune you out, then chop it up. 10 is also acceptable. Anything over 20, they're not going to watch. Use visual and verbal cues, which is not what I'm doing right now, but use visual and verbal cues so that in the mouse, you can use the mouse to move, and you can use that in Camtasia. If you're working, say if you're doing Excel, you can say in cell A2 and then point at it in the cell as well, so that you're helping them focus with you. Strategy 2, encourage active learning. Ask them to pause and play back like I did. Continue to talk to them. So like I've done what I showed on what not to do, you want to make sure that the students feel you're talking to him. I want to know that you're talking to me, instead of, if you record video while you're in class, so you're teaching a face-to-face class and you record and you're in and out of camera, I feel that it's almost, I feel I'm not meant with that information. I simply am like eavesdropping on your conversation, and that doesn't make me feel good. So record these like I'm doing, where the intent, the recipient of this information is someone who's going to be listening to the video. Preview the segment. So ask them, 3 strategies. Can you think of what these strategies are? Ask them to watch and discuss it with each other. Ask questions. Ask the questions and answer it. Provide partial note like I've done for you. The last strategy, include self-check opportunities. Any of these content, when you spend the time to create the content, so maybe not for every video, let's say there's 25 videos, short videos in your class. Maybe for every chapter, for all 3 or 4 videos, you create 5 questions, multiple choice, unlimited attempts, but they have to take them. It's either 100% or 0. So it doesn't count unless they get 100%. Again, ask and answer questions. I want to stop here so that it's not a long video and I practice what I preach, and hopefully this will prove helpful. I'll see you in class.